Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Power Cave. I am Justin, bringing you some powerful deals today. I'm going to be your digital showroom live host right now. So there's a card at the bottom of the screen that you can click on when you see any of these power banks that you really want to buy. If you have any questions for me, you can talk to me about anything you want. Ask me questions about the product. Tell me what you're wanting to do with these if you're in the market for them yourselves. But we're talking today about Ampace. A little background information on the company themselves. They are a new energy innovation technology company, and they're committed to green energy solutions that provide ultimate experience to users around the world. They have global distribution in more than 29 countries, servicing over 41 million users. They are the #1 supplier for mobile drone EV batteries, delivering green energy solutions with ultimate user experience to accelerate energy transformation and empower a better life. Ampace, they provide battery products and services characterized by ultimate safety, reliability, which is something we'll get into when we start talking about these big machines over here, performance, and user experience. They're focusing on 3 major applications: micro electric vehicles, energy storage systems, and high-powered products. Their core competencies themselves are end-to-end quality, safety, and production. So they just want to be in charge of everything they're working on to bring you the best experience that they can get to you. Fast responses, advanced technology, global services, a broad supply so that they can get you the products you need wherever you are, whenever they can. They have such advanced technologies in each and every one of these guys. But let me hear from you guys. Where are we seeing everybody coming from around the world? Kind Apricot, hello. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Is it Tuesday already, everybody? But how are you? If anybody's in here looking at power banks, let me know what you're thinking about using them for. But let's just jump right in to our first Ampace product right here. This is the Ampace Andes 1500 portable power station. By the way, guys, everything you see from our product line today, the 1500, we have the 600 Pro and the 300 behind me right here that you'll be seeing soon. They have all been 7,000 meters above sea level on Everest. So these guys are sturdy, and this is the big daddy of them all right here, the 1500. You can use this product to keep your home powered during any brownouts, blackouts, if there's natural disasters, knock on wood, that's not the reason why you have to use this product. But it can also keep your computer safe. If there is that blackout, make sure that your computer doesn't just go out while you're in the middle of very good, like if you're doing editing like I would do, if you're working on anything for the job and you don't want to lose that information. Guys, I have a question for you. You're from Texas? Art Camera, hello. How are you doing today? Sergeant Jerome, how's everybody feeling? Howdy. But yeah, guys, I have a question for you, because I know the time, but at the fastest setting, if you guys had to guess, before I even get into all the specs of this machine, how long do you think this power bank would charge from 0 to 100%? How long do you think it takes for this to charge from 0 to 100%? Because this guy is able to keep you powered for about 10 years, and that's if you're using it in a full cycle. I'm gonna be talking a fair bit about cycles today, just to let you guys know what that means. It's a full charge from 0 to 100%, and then from 100 back down to 0. So this will actually live 6,000 cycles. To put that into perspective, if you use this every day from 0, charge it from 0 to 100, and then all the way back down to 0, it'll go 6,000 days. That is over 15 years of full charge and full drain if you use it every single day. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if I would be able to use this thing all the way up every single day. It can power all your essentials at 2,400 watts with 13 outlets all around it, with 3,600 watts if you put it in its A boost mode. With that, you can pretty much power most all of your appliances your microwaves, your countertop stoves, your air fryers. Anybody out there adventurous enough to be hooking this up to your circular saws or belt sanders, you can get some of those going too. Just to look at the product a little bit, those 13 different outlets we have going are some AC ports in the back here. Then we have our 18 watt USB-A ports. We have two 100 watt USB-C ports. You have your DC ports down here too. And if you guys have that car charger hanging around, just something that you can, if you don't have your USB-A or USB-Cs, you can charge with a car port on this bad boy too. You're saying durable laptop, like an hour is your question? Sergeant, 5G drone, you're thinking about a day to charge this all the way up. Why call it a power bank instead of a portable power station or solar generator? So AR camera, this particular product isn't a solar generator, but we do have some solar panels that we're gonna be talking about a little bit later. But a power bank is just an easy colloquial term that we can use for all sorts of these kind of products. But for everybody who tossed in an answer, it takes, at its fastest setting, 55 minutes. So like an hour was so close, about 55 minutes to go from 0 to 100% charge on this machine. And it can also operate at temperatures from -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. For my Celsius enjoyers out there, that's -20 degrees Celsius all the way up to 45 degrees Celsius. And this guy can keep you protected in a disaster. If it's at 100% charge and things are going wrong, I know in Texas even, there have been some natural disasters all over that part of the United States. And if you have one of these in your home, then you can keep yourself connected, you can keep yourself going, and it can also, in a lesser disaster, if there is that blackout, it has a 20 millisecond transfer over to the power from this. So if you're connected from your wall to this power bank and then into your computer, it'll switch to that emergency power in 20 milliseconds, making sure you don't lose any documents that you've been currently working on during that power outage. I like the air fryer for chicken thigh advanced backpack. You've been using some chicken thighs in the air fryer. So you're a dark meat enjoyer. I too am a dark meat enjoyer. White meat for some reason gets a little too dry for me, but chicken thigh in an air fryer sounds so good. Power banks are something you charge your phone. I mean, there's all different types, and this is a big old power bank itself too, so you can charge your phone on this guy, but it can also keep you going out on the campsite. If you're RVing, this can keep you going in any situation. Right now, this guy is $899, down from $1,399. It's about $500 off if you're over at the Ampace website. And also, it's gonna change depending on where you live specifically, but around 16 cents is how much you're gonna pay to charge this up and use this as your main driver for a little while on all your electricity needs. And if you guys look at the front here, is this on actually? Let me take a gander. This gives you all the important information that you guys are gonna need to know. It shows you how many hours, how much time is left on whatever you're using it for over on the side here. In the middle, it tells you just how much charge it currently has. And then on the left, you guys is right, but my left, it's gonna show you how many watts in and how many watts out. So you're always up to date on everything that this machine is doing. Biometric cable, you say a good deal, car charger. That's dope when going camping, definitely. And we'll talk about it a little bit more here coming up, but you can charge this from your car. If you have gone camping and you need to get a little extra juice in this machine, there is a cable to be able to connect it up around here on the back. But yeah, guys, let me know if there's anything specific you'd be using this big power bank for. If you are going camping, if you do want to use this in some RVs, or just as a good backup generator for your home. Let's move on to a little bit more of the specifics, the nitty gritty of this machine. Once again, it's $899, down from $1,399. And it is a big boy too. 36.8 pounds, it is manageable, so you can get it all over the place, but it's gonna keep you going whenever you need it. Like I said, that full recharge time is 55 minutes. It's just unprecedented for this type of power bank, this type of machine that we got going here. It's about 50% faster than most other options. And with 600 watts of solar panel charges, it'll be about 3 to 5 hours. So you can have the power of the sun in the palm of your hand, getting this thing, keeping you up and running, especially if you're going camping or something like that. Whether you're using it for home power uses or out on the road, if you're RVing, whatever, this will have you covered. It has that 10-year lifespan, but once again, if you're using this every single day from 0 to 100% and back down to 0, that's about 15 years of power every single day. It can withstand daily use for all that time. It also has a warranty. Once you get it through Ampace, you have that 3-year warranty working with you, so it makes it super durable, especially with this design, and a reliable option. If there's any problems with it, then Ampace is gonna be able to have you covered. Because of that 2400 watt power that comes from this, it's a pure sine wave AC output. For my musicians out there, you guys know if you ever have to do recording, and this is the easiest way to like audibly hear the difference between that sine wave and other options that are trying to be pure sine wave. If you don't have that, there's just a lot of static. There's dips, there's difficulties in your recording process or anything along those lines. So because this has that pure sine wave, you know that you're getting pure power with that sine wave coefficient. With the 3600 watts or the 2400 watts, you're going to be able to use about 99% of your household appliances, safeguard everything that you have in there, use your microwaves, once again your air fryers to cook those thighs up, and just a fair amount of power tools too, which I think would actually be great for my dad. Now that I'm thinking about it, he'd be able to use his power tools wherever he wanted to and not have to worry about all those cables going back into the house. Once again, this has those 13 ports going for it. It has the 4 AC ports in the back here, the 2 100 watt USB-C ports, the 4 18 watt USB-A ports, 2 120 watt DC ports with that car outlet port here too, just so you can keep yourself going no matter what kind of cables you got. We can also, since we have this iPad here, let me see, we're going USB-C on this. Oh, let's just see how easy this bad boy is to plug in. So we got our USB-C, we got our iPad, which we're gonna be talking about a little bit more later on too, because you can connect pretty much all of your devices to these Ampace products and keep you going and informed about their charge level, what they're working on, how many ports are in use at the time, and just keep the entire family together. These are easy, quiet, safe, super reliable and sturdy also. It combines user-friendly operation with robust engineering, ensuring that effortless use. It's made with all recyclable materials, and it has withstood 2,882 safety tests. So it's gonna operate efficiently, especially in those crazy temperatures. Like I was saying, it was up on Everest. So -4 degrees Fahrenheit up through 113 degrees Fahrenheit. This would have been great in my hometown. From a small town called Ridgecrest, and it was always 110 or more degrees in the summer, and it was miserable. But if this could keep a fan on me, I was doing well. It also has near silent power use, especially when the fan is on at 30 decibels. So for anybody who needs a little gander into what 30 decibels would be, think about the sound of a whisper. If you're talking to somebody and they go down to a whisper, about 30 decibels, because you're not using your vocal cords. It's just the breath coming out of your mouth. For anybody who could hear that, I'm assuming you could. Could you hear that? You could hear the whisper? So just think about a whisper, and that is how loud this machine is gonna be. It's so quiet, keeps you going. The sound of your GPU on your computer is gonna be louder than this while it's in use. Once again, guys, this is $899, down from $1,399. Keeping it home is cool. Biometric cable, 100%, just to keep you going no matter what the situation is. We have a lot of brownouts here in California, or just sometimes if it gets too hot, like LADWP has a hard time keeping up with that, and power just goes out sporadically. So if I could keep my computer going, it'd be great. LED headphones. I love that name. I don't know if you chose that, but LED headphones is awesome. The screen is super useful. It shows all output and input. Yes, it does. So on the side over here, I believe it should be showing, because it's charging the device. Let me take a look. So right now it has 13 watts of output going to this iPad. I don't have it charging up right now, but it would also show just how much input is going to it. And we'll talk a little bit more about it later, but there are gonna be some deals where you can get these solar panels along with the 1500 and some of our other products. But let's get on to, let me pull this out actually so I don't start knocking things over. But let me get on to our youngest child of the group, the little boy, sorry about that, the Ampace 300. Look at it. He's so much smaller than his papa, isn't he? And it's only about, I'm gonna say 8 pounds. I'm gonna say 8 pounds. You can carry this around wherever you need to go. This is definitely gonna be the portable option for anybody who's looking for power banks or something that's gonna keep you going wherever you go, if you're camping, or even if you just need it as a backup in the home. This is so easy to use and portable. And one of my favorite features, it might not be the most electronically savvy features, but this little yellow stripe across the back, it reminds me of that scene in everybody's favorite dinosaur movie where Dr. Sattler's turning all the electricity back on to the fences around the park. I don't know why, it's just this little yellow stripe. It reminds me so much of that, and it makes me excited. It makes it feel like there's a lot of electricity surging through this bad boy. Now this one charges in about an hour. It's the baby brother. It's making sure that it's getting you power wherever it can. It's super lightweight. This one has 6 outlets for up to 300 watts. So it can power your laptop. If you have a humidifier, some fans, TV and game consoles, this would be awesome for anybody glamping out there. If you don't want to go all the way into just s'mores and having fun over the fire, if you want to bring your PS4, PS5 and do a little bit of glamping, get your games in while you're out in the wilderness, this will keep you going. We have the same or a similar screen. Let's turn this on so you can see your remaining time, how much charge it has, the input and output of all the wattage. And this one has about 2,500 uses up and down. So about 10 years, how much would that be? If you use it 2.5 times fully throughout the week, it's about 10-year lifespan. And like I was talking about with the 1500, I don't know if I could possibly use that much electricity from a bank like this every single week. This is gonna keep you going for so long. You can carry this one around anywhere. Advanced glasses, 100%. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily wanna sit here and just do a see how long I can hold this up for, but that's definitely a feature that you can have at home. Have your friends over and just see how long you can hold this straight out. At 8 pounds, it's going anywhere for you. You can bring this to campgrounds. If you do want to go on van trips, I know my parents, they had this big kick where they wanted to just get a van and start driving around the continental United States of America. I mean, this would be great for them. Weekend getaways, beach trips, if you're just prepping for anything that could happen to you or anything that could happen in your area with those blackouts, this is gonna keep you going. And this one right now is $199. That's $50 off its original $249 price. If you guys were to get this small boy right here, the Andes 300, this one, again, this was up on Mount Everest. 7,000 meters above sea level. This little guy right here was keeping a photographer's drones charged up, making sure his cameras were going, everything, his video recording. All of these were up there, just doing amazing stuff in some crazy environments and temperatures. Can this one be connected to the solar panel? This one in particular, it can be connected to the solar panel. So we have, like I was gonna talk about a little bit later, we have some bundles coming for you. So these are all gonna be connected to solar panels. We have a 100 and 200 watt solar panel that we're gonna be showing off with these a little bit later on. But let's get more, once again, into the nitty gritty details of this guy. $169 down from $249. It has that 1 hour recharge time, and it can have that achievement of 80% battery capacity in just 45 minutes with that A boost functionality, keeping it going. It's fully charged in that hour, but in just 45 minutes, you can have it at 80%. If you just don't have that time around, it's 5 times faster than most other power banks that you're gonna have on the market. And if you do use it with that solar energy, you can have it charged up in 2.6 hours. Just nature is keeping you going in 2.6 hours, keeping pace with life's busiest moments. So it's ideal for home use, and if you're just out there having a good time camping. Super lightweight, like I was talking about earlier, at 8.2 pounds. What else would be 8.2 pounds? I would say a cat, but my friend's cats are all way bigger than that. I don't know if I'd pick it. My friend's cat, I think, is 15 pounds. This is lighter than my friend's cat. It's easy to carry around. It has an aluminum one piece. I'm seeing a picture of a little dog. What kind of dog is that? A poodle? So it's about the same size as a little poodle. You can carry this around in one hand and have your little poodle in the other hand, keeping you going. Cuteness on one side, power on the other. It has a one-piece aluminum handle just to make sure that this isn't gonna fall apart as you're carrying it around. And once again, the temperature range of this is the same as the 1500. The -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit, just making sure it's as reliable and keeps its performance in almost any condition that you can throw at it. I didn't say it about the 1500, but this is gonna be the same for all of the products that we're showing you today. It has a IP67 rating. So they can deal with water jets being shot at them, with a little bit of being dunked. And they also have that ingress protection against dust and a bunch of other things that you can throw at it. So these are great for at the pool, at the beach, just any situation that you need to go to that's rough and tumble. These are gonna keep you going no matter what. This also has that emergency protection mode with the 20 milliseconds switching to emergency power from this to keep your computer safe, the documents you're working on safe, whatever you're doing that's important. This is gonna make sure that you're always up and running. With that 300 watts and the pure sine wave that we were talking about, I know it's a little crazy, like the sine wave coefficients of the power you're gonna be using in your AC adapters. But just to let you guys know, that is making sure that you don't have any static, you don't have any funk in whatever you're working on. It can power, it can charge your devices, it can power your game consoles, your TV, especially if you're going glamping, especially if you just want to have something to do during a power outage. I don't know about you guys, but I had it wasn't even a power outage. My internet went out about 2 weeks ago, and it was out for 7 hours or so, and I genuinely didn't know what I was supposed to do. And I went and picked up my Kindle to read a book, because for some reason I just wasn't reading a real book, and it was dead. So I didn't know what to do even more. So this will keep you going playing the games you want to play, even if that internet is out and you got to play a single player game, even if the power is out. Whatever's happening, this will keep you going. It has those 6 different ports, the 2 AC ports, the 100 watt USB-C, 2 12 watt USB-As, and it has that car socket once again. It's really gonna help you on the road, wherever you need to be, these are gonna keep you going. It has super long lifespan with state-of-the-art cell technology. If you guys will just get nerdy with me for a moment here, all these batteries are different from the lithium ions that you guys probably know from your cell phones, your laptops. This is a lithium iron phosphate battery. It's trying to negate any type of oxygen, and it's using covalent bonds. So oxygen, as you probably know from those sci-fi movies, when your nerd friend, I'm the nerd friend by the way, tells you there aren't explosions in space and there isn't fire in space because there's no oxygen in space to create those. This is taking that oxygen out of the battery. It wants it to be as safe and least possible to explode as anything that you have in your pocket. My phone at any moment could just take me out, but these are gonna keep you going and you don't have to worry as much about them because of that lithium iron phosphate battery that they're working with. Mount Everest, that's super cool, 100%. I couldn't believe it. When I saw that these had been up to Mount Everest, I was like, yeah, cool marketing gimmick. And then they showed videos and photos of people carrying these around on their campsites at vistas I can't even actually imagine. When working remotely and moving around, that's perfect, definitely. Especially if you can keep your laptop going with this little guy. We have his older brother coming up soon, but with this little guy, keeping your laptop powered and running so that you can do work wherever you are. I know some people were doing work just straight up from different businesses because they wanted to get out of the house, especially when everything went to working at home. Some people just wanted to go to different restaurants and do their work there so they didn't have to sit in the office around like their kids and their significant other all day, every single day. And this can keep you going in your car, in a business, wherever you are. Thanks for sharing that. Learned something new today. Just if anybody has the chance to, you could look up pictures of Everest, the summit and everything going on up there. But I believe right now, Ampace's website has pictures of Everest and it can lead you to some of the videos and some of the pictures taken with these products. So just don't take it as a marketing gimmick from me telling you. You can look at the pictures and see these actively charging drones, see them actively charging cameras up there. I was blown away. I couldn't imagine the -4 degrees. This is just keeping people going at the craziest climates. Let's see, did anybody else have anything? Yeah, this, once again, this can be connected to these solar panels also. And it can keep you going with all the connections to your laptop, your gaming PCs, maybe not the PCs themselves, but your PlayStations, your phone can stay going. Once again, this is $169, down from $249. Now, people have talked about the 600 Pro being the middle child of the group. I feel like that does a disservice to the 600 Pro itself. This isn't the middle child. This is the Goldilocks zone. The 600 Pro has the power that you need plus the portability that you want. Once again, it has that great screen up front that's gonna show you how many hours it has left of use. Especially once you start connecting things, it'll give you a readout, a great readout that lets you know how much it's gonna power your microwave, your air fryer for those chicken thighs. If you have multiple phones charging, it's gonna keep you up to date. Shows you how much charge it currently has and that wattage in and out for you. Now this, in 1 hour, is gonna have 80% charge. And it can power about 80% of your appliances. The 1500 was doing 99%. This has 1800 watt output with the 9 different outlets. So it can do microwave, electric oven, space heater. If you're getting a little nuts, electric chainsaw, you could keep going on this. I'm not saying to just wave around a chainsaw, but if you really got to get to work out in the front yard and that neighbor's branches are coming over into your spot, you can take this out and cut them bad boys down yourself. It has all those buttons we were talking about in the front earlier, plus your 18-watt USB-A ports, we have a 100 and a 60-watt USB-C port. You have your DC ports, your two 1800-watt ACs, and again, that little car charger. You always gotta have the car charger because we have those hanging around. Do I got one? We always have these hanging around. And question to you guys, is this the same thing as remember back in the day when cars, you'd put a little piece of metal in these charging ports and they'd get really hot? Are they the same ports? It's just that was putting a bunch of electricity through wires? Because I don't know how it works, and I'm always afraid to put these in because I don't want them to get super hot and melted inside my car. But this guy, with that 1800 watt power, bringing you the portability, what was this? I don't remember how many pounds this is, but I think it's around, it's gotta be 12. It's gotta be around 12 to 16. And it has that 80% capacity for 2,000 charge cycles. We talked about the 6,000 charge cycles for the 1500. We got 2,000 charge cycles on this guy, and it can be controlled by the app. Everything around here can be controlled by the app, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it with this. So we have all our devices hooked up right here. You can see the 1500, the 600, the 300. Let me click in. Oh, what has she? Don't unlink. Did I turn you off? So we have the 600 here. Let's go in. So this gives you all the same readouts. Everything that you were looking at on the front of the screen, if you have to be in the other room, this is gonna show you all your information. It's gonna keep you up to date on what you're charging, how the product itself is working. And for my gamers out there, we have the different light modes, so the RGB up top. Right now I have it on sparkling, which is my favorite, but you can turn it to a breathing mode so that it just cycles slowly through each and every one of those different colors. And it also has, it's diffusing. So it's coming from the middle, that middle point out for all the different colors that it's currently using. So my RGB gamers, keeping your PCs going, this has the colors that you want, just like you have on your GPUs and your CPUs and everything in there. Yes, same ports. New school, 100%. We have all the same ports, just keeping you going no matter if you're charging up your phone, if you're trying to keep your different appliances going, especially in those power outages. You can nickname each device too. So we had the 8-pound, about the size of a poodle, the 300, the 30, a little over 30 pounds for the 1500. 30 pound is like a medium-sized dog. You can give each of these a name. What would you guys name? I know we name our cars, we name all different stuff in our lives. If you guys had the Ampace 600, the 1500, the 300, what kind of names would you be giving them? I think I'd call the 1500 Wyatt for Watt, something like that. I like the wordplay. So we'd have Wyatt, Joel for Jolt. I can't think of any other word plays on electricity right now though. So you have that app control, so you can monitor the status of your devices with that smart app, provide extreme safety with the Andes 600 Pro, and it also features the BMS to prevent over voltage, overload, short circuiting and all that. There's a 36-month warranty and a worry-free purchase. So Ampace, they have these robust batteries to keep you going, and the energy storage systems, #1 sales on these EV batteries, and they have that 3-year warranty so that you can stay going. If there's any problems, you can reach out to them and try to get a new unit going for you. And this one is $379 right now, down from $449. My Goldilocks 600 Pro, $379. It has that, comes with the Pro itself, a car charging cable, the AC charging cable. Excuse me, I got all my cables over here. It comes with the AC charging cable itself, user manual, warranty card, everything that you need to get you guys going. You like the creative names, AI powered radio? Hey, I'm just saying, my car's name is Bill. So it's much less creative, I guess, than what I've been doing with these guys. But if you guys have any names for what you would call your Ampaces, please let me know. And the 600 Pro, there's a little extra thing that I want to talk about when it comes to this guy. There's a carrying case. Let me grab it. Follow me. I think you're supposed to show stuff like this off a little bit, make it look good in front of the camera. This is the Ampace carrying case bag for this 600 Pro. If I start hitting my microphone with it, guys, please let me know, because I don't want to do that to you. This guy is a PEVA bag with an IPX6, so it's going to be worrying more about water resistance than anything else. Has that water resistance against high pressure streams from any angle, so you can keep it next to the pool with you if you're on a pool trip with the family, with the friends, or on the beach to keep your 600 going. It has tons of little pockets in it too. And I do a lot of videography and photography myself, which means I have to have, I'm gonna say about 6 batteries on me at all times, because those cameras are so power hungry. But this, it'll hold the 600 Pro. It'll also keep me going with all my different batteries around the sides. And one of my biggest selling points, just for me, is the zipper. I know it doesn't have anything to do with the power and how much charge it can hold, but a good zipper is usually my indication of a good product. And this, I haven't seen it get stuck yet. It feels so satisfying to use. It's just a robust zipper. Do you guys think zippers are a big part of your purchases too? I don't know why. Whenever a zipper gets stuck, I'm like, I don't want this. I personally don't want something with a bad zipper on it. But it has all these different pockets so that you can keep, for me, my camera batteries, everything that I'm working with. And whether you're just holding it in one hand, where's this other side? Sorry cameras. Whether you're holding it in one hand, tossing it over your shoulder, cross draw, this is gonna make sure you can have your 600 Pro going for you wherever you need it. Now this guy right now is $39.99, down from $59. Super easy to use and able to bring your 600 Pro wherever you guys are going. You're rocking that bag. I appreciate you, Thermal Vacuum. Thank you. I never thought about it, but that's a good point. Just making sure that you have good pockets that aren't gonna fall apart with whatever you need. And the zippers, I feel like I've gotten too many products stuck inside a zipper and I've had to rip them off. And that never feels good. It never feels good when you have a zipper get stuck on you. We talked about those solar panels. I want to get a little deeper into them. Here's our 100-watt solar panel. Coming in the bag, once again, you guys know what I'm all about. The robust zippers. Now this guy has a 23% conversion efficiency when it comes to taking the energy from the sun. Just a good rule of thumb when you're looking at different solar panels, no matter where it's coming from, look for over 20%. If the conversion rate is over 20%, you're looking at a top tier product. So this one being 23 just sets it even more apart. I wouldn't recommend getting anything under that 20 threshold. It has a IP67 water resistance and the different dusts that could be getting into it, and it's super easy to set up. It also keeps your cables in this nice little pocket over here so that you don't have these just going around the back of your car and your trunk, getting caught up in other things. It's gonna keep that stable and held together in itself. Also with this cable right here, because you can plug these into your 600 Pro, whatever you're getting, 1500, you can take the charging cable that's gonna come with, so it's like a little dongle, put that together and just set that up in your 1500. Keep your 1500 powered with one of these solar panels themselves. Now this is designed for as much portability as I think you can get out of a solar panel. So if we undo the nice little buttons down here and pop it open, just so you guys can see what kind of height we're working with. Set this guy up on the beach with a 600, play an Italian plumber's cart game with all the friends, or maybe smash a bit super in a brawling form with everybody around the campfire. You can keep yourself going just by nature alone. It also has these little kickstands on the sides. So you can keep yourself from just setting this down. I don't know what could be on the ground at your campsite or on the beach, but if you just put this down, oh, let me get a little closer to me so that you guys can see the tent that I'm creating with this solar panel right here. Now this guy, the 100 watt, is $249, down from $299, so that's over $50 off. Keep it going, keep you going, especially if you're getting that 300 or the 600. And then we have the Big Daddy, the 200 watt solar panel coming up next. Let me put this back in his little bag. This one, I want to show you guys how big it can be. Remember, before I do this, remember that I am 6'1". Okay, keep that in mind. If I unfurl this, I'm probably gonna leave camera, guys. I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna leave camera. I'm 6'1". This isn't even as high as it goes. Now it's off the ground. This is about 7 feet of distance we got going here. With the 200 watt solar panel, it has, again, a 23% conversion efficiency with that IP67 water rating, and also the same kickstands that we were using with the 100. Super easy to set up. This is one of the ones we were talking about with the 1500. If you put a few of these together to get up to 600 watts, it'll be about 5 to 6 hours to completely charge up the 1500. This is $449, down from $599, $150 off. Were you guys looking at, that's the big one? It is the big one augmented. It's huge. I wasn't expecting it to unfurl as much as it did. I didn't think it was gonna be taller than me. I didn't think it was gonna be over 6 foot, but it gives you so much energy, especially when you're going to the 600 Pro, 1500, whatever you guys need. It's 18.7 pounds, so it's just as portable as about anything that you're gonna be bringing on your trips. Easy to carry. It has that 23% conversion efficiency that we were talking about before with the ETFE laminated surface. So the light transmission, it just really helps transfer that energy from your solar panel, well, from the sun, I guess, from the sun to your solar panel, to your device. 200 watts per hour. Super easy to set up with this kickstand, 2 magnetic suction kickstands. Means you can set it up within 10 seconds. I don't know, 8 to 10 seconds. You just unfurl it, all 7 feet of it, put these kickstands out, and you're rocking and ready to go. Angle of up to 100 degrees with these guys too. And it's just designed for that portability. You can toss this in your trunk with your 1500, with your 600, with your 300, and just go out on adventures. Just go out and make sure that you're keeping yourself powered on the campsite, in van life, just across country. If you're going to see the kids, if you're going to see some friends somewhere, being able to use the sun for your power source is a great boon for all those different trips. And this pocket is so much bigger than on the 100. So it has the cables in there, stowed away nice and clean, like the 100 did. But because of the size of it, I think I would actually put some extra packs in there too. I'd make sure that I'm using this to the fullest. Ooh, I love those. They just sound and feel so good. And just like Ampace says themselves, when it comes to these solar panels, when it comes to all the different products you're seeing here, the power is in your hands. The power of the sun is in your hands. We do have some bundles. When it comes to these solar panels and when it comes to the banks themselves, there are some bundles that we're gonna be showing off a little bit today, especially with the 1500 that you guys were seeing earlier. This behemoth of a power bank right here. The 1500 plus a 200 watt, the big boy himself, the 200 watt solar panel. The sale price right now is $1,299, down from $1,799. So it's gonna be quiet, maintenance free. It's safe for indoor use and outdoor use. This is gonna keep you going. This is gonna keep this charged up. Charging it and using the device, making sure that you can keep your PlayStation going while you're camping. You can charge this with your car also, but these together right now, 500. What was it? About $500 off if you get these together. There's also the 600 Pro that we were talking about earlier with the 200 watt. So if you get the 600 Pro here with that 200 watt, it's $899, down from the $999. That's $100 off if you get the Pro and the 200 watt solar panel at the same time. 5G drone. You're saying you like Wyatt the most when it comes to the names? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. So would you call, if you were gonna get the 600 Pro yourself, and you can, because there's the cards down at the bottom. Throughout the show, we've been having the different products popping up. You can just click on that and purchase right from here. Would you call yours Wyatt? Joel is a stretch. I know Joel's a stretch for Jolt, but Wyatt just sounds so fun for one of these 600 Pros. And if you get that with the 200 watt solar panel right now, once again, $899, $100 off from its original $999. And the 300, the little guy with the 100 watt solar panel right now is $499. So you guys can make sure that you're up and running wherever you're going. If you're going on camping trips, if you just need to protect yourself in your home from different blackouts, from different natural disasters, as long as you have the sun and these are charged up, you're able to keep yourself going, connect with the people who you need to connect with if there are any issues at all. Wyatt sounds good for the 1500. 5G, you're looking at that 1500. Let me put it back on the table. That way you can see Wyatt. Wyatt's back up so that you can see him 5G. This, once again, is that big daddy. We have the big boy. We have the son, the littlest guy, and then we have Goldilocks. I really don't like to call this the middle child because that feels like bad connotations. But this is our Goldilocks. It's the best of both worlds. It has the portability and it has all the power that you need. And just to go back over a little bit, this 1500, it charges in 55 minutes from 0 all the way to 100%, especially if you turn on that A boost mode. It has the 2400 watts, and in that boost, 3600. So this can power 99% of your devices and appliances. Almost everything you can throw at this, it's gonna be able to handle it for you. If it comes to power tools, if it comes to kitchen appliances, all of your big computers for work, for gaming, this has you covered. And it'll last more than 15 years. I almost said 1500. And that would be a whole lot. It'll last for over 15 years with 6,000 full cycles from 0 to 100% charge, and then from 100% charge to 0. one cycle. So if you do that every day for 6,000 days, that gets you over 15 years of use out of this guy. Its son, its little tiniest boy, the 300, with the portability, the power, everything you need for your next adventure when it comes to camping. If it's just something as a safety net in your home, if you're going out on those RV adventures. And then we also have our Goldilocks. I feel like I'm starting to sound like I have a favorite myself. I don't want to have a favorite. These are all my children. But the 600 Pro, my Goldilocks, it's that middle ground, but it has the portability that you want and so much power to keep you going with that 1800 watt output. And it comes with that amazing carrying case. So you too can have that at home and work the bag yourself a little bit. All three of these models are gonna protect your data from any power loss that might happen from a blackout with that 20 millisecond emergency power switch, just to make sure that if you're doing something important for business, if like me, you're doing video editing and you've been working hard for the last 3 hours, forgetting to save, if the power goes out, all that time would be gone. But with these guys, it's gonna make sure that you keep that work safe and you can easily, safely save everything, turn off your computer, or with the 1500, you can probably just get back to work until the power comes back on. Each of these models is gonna protect you in those different emergencies. I know there has been a fair bit of natural disasters, especially in the United States over the last few years. And these products are something that I really wanna make sure that my family has. My parents just went through a tornado recently in Missouri, and if they were able to keep their power going, it just feels good. It's almost a morale boost. It's like when you're out in the woods and you start a fire. If your power goes out, it never feels nice. So if you can keep this going, have this in your unit just for prepping, and make sure that you don't have to deal with that, what's gonna happen next if my power goes out. The 1500 can keep so much. If you have your air fryer going, if you have your microwave, you can still have hot food, especially if power is out, natural disaster. Sometimes that means you shouldn't be using your natural gas stove. So you wanna have that hot meal to comfort yourself. These I think are almost necessary, especially in times where natural disasters just knock you out. I would recommend keeping these. I really wanna get some for my parents. The 600 watt, the 600 is definitely cool for that mix of everything. Oh, 1000%. The Goldilocks. You know what? You should tell your friends that you got the Goldilocks. It's the 600 Pro. That's the name for it. This is Wyatt. That's Jolt. This one's Goldilocks. It has nothing to do with electricity. It has nothing to do with it. This 600 Pro's Goldilocks from now on. Please, anybody who gets a 600 Pro, call it the Goldilocks. But y'all, I think that's gonna bring us to a close on the Ampace 1500, 600 Pro, 300, both solar panels, the bag for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. My name's Justin, and I hope you guys have a great afternoon, morning, night, wherever you are. And I will see you guys next time.